flash dance. I really like this color palette. I would wear all of this today. Leg warmers. Man, boots were in 1983, weren't they? Sheer energy. The sweater dress. Hello and welcome to Dreaming of the Past. Today we're going to look at this issue of 17 magazine from October 1983. The theme of this issue is beauty, and there's a lot of really fun ads in here, so let's get started. The first ad we have for Candy's shoes. And CoverGirl Nail Slicks. CoverGirl Nail Slicks looks this shiny wet even when it's dry. Bikini Bear. They were a competitor to Nair. Revlon Flex Appeal Lash Loving Mascara with the mascara wand that bends to 90 degrees. That didn't really seem to catch on. CoverGirl Pro Lining Pencils. And half of the colors are in the most 80s color of blue. Oneida Silver Plated. Sally Hansen New Lengths Liquid Nail Fiber Wrap Kit. Noxzema Antiseptic Skin Cleanser. Erno Laszlo Skin Benefits for Young Adults, and it says available through age 20. You can buy this skincare at very expensive department stores. I love this ad for Flashdance on video cassette. It's on VHS and beta for $40. That was a lot of money. VHS movies were very expensive back then. CoverGirl Oil Control Makeup. L'Oreal Mascara. French Formula Riche Mascara. French eyes prefer it. Oh, it's so fancy. And L'Oreal is a French company. And more L'Oreal. I really like this color palette. I would wear all of this today. Danskin, not just for dancing. Bonjour Paris. Anais, le premier parfum de Cacharel. More Sally Hansen. And here's an ad for OB tampons, telling you not to be afraid to wear white because OB will protect you. Feva. I've never heard of this brand, but these little short boots, these in particular, look so 80s, the fold over style. Flame Glow, more mascara. Never heard of this one though. Oh, 50 cents off if you can still find some. Oh no, it expired January 31st of 84. I really like these ruched leather boots here from Bakers and Leeds. Where you live, was the store called Bakers or was it called Leeds? Where I'm from, it was Bakers. And here's an ad for 80's. It's like it's the thing in 2001. Esprit. Send $2 for Esprit sportswear catalog. I used to have some Esprit clothes. Kotex Light Days liners. It's like the cameraman surprised her in her bathroom. Will I ever find my dream guy? So preppy. Braemar. Looks like something from the movie Heathers. Aziza demonstrates the first pencil that's real powder shadow. These look really neat. I like that. I like the colors too. Bright eyeshadow was very much the fashion in the 80's. Why Fry? Fry boots. More boots. Everybody was wearing boots. Enter the Proba PH computer sweepstakes. You can win an Apple computer or one of 1,110 other prizes. Goody hairbrushes. That's an interesting looking one, all curvy. I like Goody hairbrushes. Q-Tex nail polish. Conair shampoo and conditioner. I think everybody had a Conair hair dryer, but I didn't know they made shampoo and conditioner. Wild Musk for women, Cody Musk for men, cologne. Ultra Crazy Nails, the only nail tip kit with Crystalex. Put lovely nails at your fingertips. They're like Lee press-on nails. Last remaining argument for fat pads has just been shot full of holes. Introducing new Freedom Thin Maxi Pads. Funnel dot protection. Ciao. Those are great shoes. Love that color blue. OxyClean medicated pads with a 35-cent coupon. Max Factor medicated cover-up. New Lady Speed Stick antiperspirant. Protects you like a man, treats you like a woman. By Menon. Maybelline introduces the shine-free look. 50-cent coupon. Stetson cologne. This is a very colorful ad advertising you to use Q-tips to do your eye makeup. Pamperin. Question and answer column with a gynecologist. Save $1 on Impulse fragrance. Win a beach party in Hawaii on Impulse body spray. Long before Axe body spray was a thing. Specs. Never heard of those. Bonnie Bell. Took a while to get to the point that they'd say deep cleansing skin lotion. Can a fragrance actually attract the opposite sex? Jovan Musk. Francis Ford Coppola's Rumblefish. Matt Dillon and Mickey Rourke. I've never seen this movie. And we have an ad for the Columbia Record and Tape Club. Not CDs yet. So you can choose 11 of these tapes for 1 cent. With a commitment to buy more, of course. Leg warmers. It's not the 80s without the leg warmers. Love it. And oh wow, look at these little eyeshadows. Max Factor. Why Tampax is the best way to deal with your period. As explained by Jennifer, age 13. I think we're getting a little weird. Maybelline lip gloss. Daydreams. Discover it and find a daydream of your own. More Sporto boots. Didn't these duck boots become popular a couple years ago again? I don't know. Twilight. It's not that Twilight, though. What kind of a woman dingoes? Man, boots were in 1983, weren't they? If you do not have a pair of ruched boots that fall, embracing makes things happen. Sea breeze. Beautiful skin can be a breeze. And this is a 2-page ad focusing on a young woman, engineer for GM at one of their auto plants, and she's an engineer for robotics, and she's only 23 years old. So I wonder what her further career was like. Her name's Kathy Conroy. Sheer energy. I remember those in the grocery store. I love that dress. It's great. Now your tummy stays put while your legs go all day long. Nothing beats a great pair of legs. Introducing summer clothes in black and white. More black and white summer clothes. Levi's 505 jeans. The birds are spelling out Levi's. I do some of my toughest twists and turns sound asleep. Kathy Rigby, she was a gymnast. It's an ad for Stay Free Super Maxi Pads. Here we have this section called the Mini Mag. It's more of a little news section. Wow, look at that. Sony Watchman. The little watch with the TV in it. It's really cool. It's talking about how much TV teenagers watch. Then Vidal Sassoon hairspray. Because if you don't look good, we don't look good. Bass shoes. this magazine filled out the little money quiz. They wrote, if somebody gave you $50, what would you spend it on? Clothes or saving account money? This beautiful color ad for Maybelline. 7 new Winterberry shades of nail polish. Neutrogena Acne Cleansing Formula Soap. Again, with another girl that the cameraman surprised in the shower. Here's an article about Adam Ant, the rocker who invented himself. Musky Jasmine. Wow. She looks like Rebecca De Mornay, kind of. Wow, this thing looks like a literal mattress. Sure, natural super maxi shields. They say that that's a thin pad. So we have some movie reviews. Oh wow, look at these Jordache watches with the fabric strap. That's awesome. $19.95 each plus $2 postage. Article about Scott Glenn from The Right Stuff. I love that movie. Clearasil, featuring an alleged cheerleader, although she looks 30. Gun stuffed animals, very cute. Corn silk, oil absorbent liquid makeup. Blistex in the little pot. I feel very chantilly today. Secret, strong enough for a man, but made for a woman. New slant on makeovers. That looks nice. They did a good job on hers. And more maxi pads. New super maxi thins. From Tampax. And they're showing you what it looks like on the inside compared to the competition. Oh, and here is a little envelope with the pocket in it for you to put your film in, and then they would mail it back to you. Clark Color Laboratories. Introductory offer, 10 cents each picture. Art card glass rings. I think my glass ring was an art carved. Danskin underwear. Gosh, this cameraman needs to stop surprising women in the bath. Menswear inspired makeup looks. Yellow eyeshadow. No. Yeah, let's not use makeup to look like we have a black eye. Copper eyeshadow, purple eyeshadow. recipes for an Oktoberfest feast. That's a lot of sauerkraut. Recipes for butter baby carrots, sausage and sauerkraut. No bake Black Forest loaf, which is really, you just take frozen chocolate cake and then slice it and then add cherry pie filling and whipped cream, and there you go. Fundraising candy, America's Best Candy. Sell them for 50 cents. We have an ad here for Cliff Notes, books in B. Dalton, which are sadly missed. You can order these 17 guides, and the previous owner filled this out, so I'm covering it up because we don't want to dox her. This is a hair bleach. Jolene or Jolene. Every love story has two sides. Now get the boy side and the girl side of every romance you read, because 2x2 romance gives you the two sides of every story. Interesting. There's recipes for a bunch of different muffins, pineapple pecan muffins, pumpkin muffins, sounds good, banana crunch muffins. Questions for Kate about compound W wart remover, neat, depilatory. You can order some of these items, like this Esprit drawstring bag, or some leg warmers. The Summer Games in LA were coming up in 1984. Some more fold-over boots. Argyle sweatshirts fresh from Paris. Gigantic gram. Get a giant printout. Genuine emerald earrings. LL Bean. Catalog. Now you can meet America's richest bachelors. Fabulous new book tells you who they are, how to reach them, and what each is looking for in his dream girl. Okay. I don't even want to know what this teen diet was. All the this issue of McCall's from August of 1985, and it's featuring Princess Di's hairstylist. So this is an exciting issue. Let's get started. And right off we have this stunning 80s hair and makeup from Miss Clairol. And I really love that ring. It's great. I'd love to find something like that at a vintage shop. Come to Marlboro Country. Do you have feminine itching? Get yourself some Vagisil. Maybelline Great Lash. I love that sweater. Lose more weight on your next diet. Prolamine. Don't even want to know what kind of horrible medicine that was that you could just get at the drugstore. And very colorful Hellmann's mayo with Knorr vegetable soup mixed to make some dip. Article on Mother Teresa. And you can win a dream trip to Switzerland for 2 couples. Do you have to go together? They're not clear on that. By St. Ives. This really gives me European vacation vibes. And, okay. Well, excuse me, ma'am. This is a McCall's. That's quite a racy underwear ad for this sort of what I would call a daytime woman's magazine. And I mean, she's wearing her Liz Taylor jewels and everything. I mean, okay, I guess this is what the housewives were getting up to in the 80s. I had no idea. And here's an ad for Caltrate. These little calcium and vitamin D shots. 50-cent coupon. Does it have an expiration date? February 28th, 1986. How to handle your baby or your boss. And here we have the Marie's jars of salad dressing that you find in the produce section. They even had them back then. Creamy bacon and chive. Sounds good. And we have an article about Tina Turner, who was experiencing a great comeback in the 80s. And the classic Sara Lee all-butter pound cake. Can't go wrong. Slice that up. Put a little ice cream on it. Delish. If you smoke, please try Carlton. That's it. That's the ad. Seems a little desperate. Now we have a short story. We are looking for people to write children's books. The Institute of Children's Literature. And here we have a little pet section along with this ad for puppy chow. So we got the red one is beef flavor, and then I guess classic random meat flavor. I don't know. Ooh, and these look good. Duncan Hines chocolate chip cookies, 40% more chocolate. I could go for some of those right now. Zucchini explosion. Zucchini will certainly take over your garden, won't they? And here's an ad for Christian Children's Fund. Sally Struthers as their spokesperson. My 2 skinny cousins had abandoned me after reading this long thing with no actual information. They just want you to send them a check for $10, but post date it 30 days because if you don't like what they're selling, they won't cash it. Okay. He likes bog. She likes rock. But they both like to smoke. So, Benson and Hedges. advertising it for women, but it has kind of a, I think it has kind of a masculine look to it. Save 20 cents. No expiration date. Oh my gosh, if you can still find one of these, you can get 20 cents off on it. And we have the start of the minivans in the 80s. Got Plymouth versus Chevy. Here we have the Dodge Caravan / Plymouth Voyager, and then the Chevy Astro, and they're showing that it's easier to get in the Caravan than in the Chevy. More cigarettes. 1985 Reader of the Year. I suppose you can win a telephone and a food processor. Marital status. Why is that your business? Like, oh, but these look delicious, don't they? Popovers, yummy. And Wesson cooking oil by Beatrice. Huh. I wonder what they've changed their name to. Check Up toothpaste. I remember this. They're not around anymore, but I remember that. And then Mop and Glow. And we have Bill Cosby selling the Jell-O pudding. But here now we have the sugar-free Jell-O instant pudding. And here we have an article on maternity fashions of the 80s. They're pretty bad, as you can imagine. Just sort of a shapeless sacks seem to be the order of the day. Here's an ad for pork, changing all your chicken and beef recipes to pork. Pork tenderloin flambe. Do we have to set it on fire? Advertise maternity haircuts. Dawn dishwashing liquid. And now we have some great 80s decorating. I love the decorating spreads. Look at this. That is quite a carpet. Yeah. I think with everything else going on in the room, the carpet is a little much. And here we have the CBS Video Club. You can get all these wonderful VHS tapes, including some of my favorites like Romancing the Stone and Tootsie and War Games. And here's the ones you can check off. The Right Stuff, National Lampoon's Vacation. Yes. Now that's an 80s room. Why is the carpet all wet, Todd? I don't know, Margot. I mean, that is totally what this room is giving off. Love it. Super 80s. Track lighting and everything. August 31st, 86. Freedom Maxi Pads. Again, no expiration date, but unfortunately, I don't think Freedom exists anymore. We have some summer barbecue recipes. That looks delicious. Look at those little shortcakes. Peach berry shortcakes. Yummy. And Mazola corn oil. I mean, I'm sure that the corn oil is going to make an impression in the paper towel too. I don't know what y'all are talking about. That it's somehow better. And Jif peanut butter. This was the peanut butter that I grew up eating. And wow, look at her 80's outfit. Oh my gosh. The yellow tights and yellow socks. Perfection. Culottes. Workout wear. Get in shape, girl. And we have a short story. Actually, it's a selection from a book by Prudence McIntosh. What's behind those fights about money? Well, doesn't everybody fight about money? And here we have a cover story with Princess Diana's former royal hairdresser, Kevin Shanley. So we can see all of Di's hair looks, which I think this was a really good look for her. That looks very pretty there with the updo. She looks so young though, oh my gosh. And then they're showing you, I guess, how to get that, get some of those looks yourself. I don't know. What do you think? Better before or better after? Oh, that looks lovely there. That looks really good on her here. That's definitely an improvement. And an article about the young Kennedys of the time. So here's that's Jackie and Caroline and John. There's Teddy Kennedy Jr. and there's RFK Jr. Look at how different he looks. 31 ways to seduce a man who knows you too well. Look at your husband when you talk to him. That's good advice. And here we have some wonderful recipes. Look at this beautiful photo spread. Oh my gosh, they really outdid themselves with this spread. It doesn't really look that appetizing though. It's chilled sole, so it's a fish with a sauce on it. But these look delightful, but it sounds, yeah, the more now that I'm reading this whole thing, I'm appalled. So it's peaches, stuffed with chive, vinaigrette, marinated rice, ham squares, olives, and peach. I think I need a minute because that is just, I don't know if this is better. No, I'm gonna say this is definitely worse than the 1937 Life magazine. That was the tuna salad mixed with pork and beans sort of salad. Like, no, this is definitely worse. But look how they cut the top off the peach and used it as a little stand. I mean, these pictures are gorgeous, but I don't really want to eat this food. This is homemade cheese with fruit. I guess that's inoffensive. I'm scared to see what is awaiting us as we turn the page. Okay, this is good. All right. I'm not screaming inside because here we have some ham with peppered peaches, which I mean, I guess we can do without the pepper, but that's not too bad. And then we've got some plum glazed ribs and chicken with peaches. Okay, these are okay. And we have some lovely desserts. Blueberry lemon pina colada. Some gelato ice cream. And this looks delicious. Cool Whip and Yoplait. Double Fruit Fantastique. Yum yum. And here we have some pineapple by Dole. And what is this? Just chicken breast. It's like a little stir fry. And Tupperware ovenware. That's interesting. The first line of ovenware from Tupperware. And Tupperware is no more. Crisco. And we have, and here's those that nightmare of the rice stuffed peaches. So if you really, really want to make that, take a screenshot of this. And Virginia Slims is trying to be offensive. That outfit is kind of offensive too, to my fashion sensibilities. Hillshire Farms sausage kielbasa. The movie guide, St. Elmo's Fire, View to a Kill, Rambo First Blood Part 2. And then we have this cute Kraft Singles ad showing how much more milk is in them than their competitors. Crime Myths. And this lovely fondue pot, but I think we're selling the spoon that tells the temperature. McCall's thermometer spoon. Clorox pre-wash. Little legal questions. You're a long-stemmed American beauty, and your clothes from the Tall Collection catalog. So if you're 5'6" or taller, you can shop in the Tall catalog. This looks like a sweater from Willy Wonka's office. I mean, what's up with that? Two different colors like that. Raid kills bugs dead. And Rio cigarettes. Never heard of them before. She looks like a goldfish with that suit. Here's a press to cheat your way into a lattice pie. And a dough mixer. And a pastry cloth. See, that's the non-cheat way to do the lattice. And here we have continuation of the princess makeover section. And we have before and after. I don't really see a lot of difference in the cut. It's just a little better styled in the after. So, and then the makeup is slightly better. Dr. Scholl's inserts. And over here too. 100% brand. That's just the name. They couldn't think of anything more interesting than that. Carnation, evaporated milk, and Baker's chocolates. Johnson's No More Tangles spray. I remember that. And here we have one of those bread shapers that I guess you just shove a loaf of bread through it, and then you get shaped bread. No, oh no, I guess you bake it in it. That seems weird, baking the bread in a tube like that. I'm skeptical. Sugar-free Jello gelatin. Get nuts citrus cups. And Hano Lulu's. When you need a laxative, who do you trust? X-Lax. And what is this? What is this picture? She looks like a scarecrow. What is she doing? Is she being a crossing guard? I have questions. And we have There's a bleach competitor to Clorox too. Quaker puffed wheat and puffed rice. Microwave breaded shrimp. KY jelly in the very clinical packaging. And off bug repellent deep woods. I didn't know they had that back then too. And this is an ad for oil of Olay. It's not a very good ad though. And Incaprin, arthritis pain reliever. Aspirin microgreens. Future floor polish. And these cute little autumn shaped muffin tin. Preserved giant ferns and palms. Once living, they need no water, light ever. So they're like zombie plants. That's interesting. And here's Loretta Lynn with butter flavor Crisco. Butternut chewies, which look delicious, but are probably really bad for you. And then we have an ad for Liquid Tide, very colorful. Well, that's the end of this issue of McCall's. If you enjoyed this video, if you could please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. It's the California Raisins. Such an 80's look. She likes to sleep above her covers. 4 feet above her covers. That's a really pretty afghan. I love these colors. Handy snacks. Oh my gosh. Shouldn't Wilfred Brimley be telling us about Quaker sugar-free oatmeal? Hello and welcome to Dreaming of the Past. Today we're going to flip through this issue of Woman's Day magazine from September 13th, 1988. There's a lot of really great ads in here, and that's the best part, so let's get started. There's a lot of information on this cover. And we have Christy Brinkley in this 2-page cover girl. Clean makeup, liquid makeup. Diuretic for that time of the month. And here's an ad for Bufferin and Aspirin with Arthur Ashe, tennis player. He passed away from AIDS a few years later. He got it from a blood transfusion. Metamucil. Orange flavor. Yes, tastes just like an orange. L'Oreal preference hair color. Just say, I'm worth it. Sybil Shepherd was their spokesmodel for a while. Milkbone. Twice a day. Yes, the makers of Milkbone would love it if you gave your dog 2 Milkbones a day. Are you losing money because you're a woman? Probably. Hershey's Score. You can never be too rich or too thin. It's a toffee bar covered in chocolate. Article about osteoporosis. And here's an ad for Depends. Oh my gosh, can you believe that Depends used to look like this? And they call them fitted briefs. They've really come a long way with this now. This is the actress June Allison. America's Best Book Club just for women. Troll Book Club. 4 books for 99 cents. And you get the free jumbo designer tote. is yours. Oops, lipstick on your teeth. I hate that. Mad about plaid. Yes, you are. Hanes her way underwear. Contadina fresh pastas. Fulton for fine limp hair. It's a hair thickening system. Wrap it up. These beautiful scarves. Oh, look, make that one look like a necktie. The Jacqueline Smith Fall Collection from Kmart. World sponsor of the 1988 Olympic team. Such an 80s look. Oh my gosh. Cody Foundation. Wow. Little Bo Peep porcelain doll. Yikes. Mommy, I'm afraid, of that doll on the previous page. I mean, stop terrorizing your kid with these painted balloons, too. Shouldn't Wilfred Brimley be telling us about Quaker sugar-free oatmeal? I don't think that existed yet. There's a coupon for free school supplies up to $1 with instant oatmeal. Expired October 30th, 1988. Introducing the first morning paper for grade schoolers. It's the California Raisins. Wow. They were everywhere back then. The official California Raisins placemat. Very cool. And here's some raisin recipes. Butterscotch raisin bars. That sounds very weird. I mean, I would eat it, but it sounds weird. Pesto with raisins. Oh no, you're supposed to make they put the raisins in the spaghetti squash salad and the pesto goes with it. Okay, I got it now. And Blair, who remembers the Blair catalog. 2 Fiesta shirts. Yes, they really evoke Fiesta for me too. And they come in all these colors. Gatorade. I wonder if these were plastic bottles yet or if they were still. Oh no, these are the 64-ounce shatterproof bottles. See, I answered my own question. And you've come a long way, baby, with the Virginia Slims. Did one of the 70s magazines that I did had an ad for this. It's beautiful cedar furniture from Lane. Oh, that's just gorgeous. I have a Lane cedar chest. It was my mother's. Knit a Christmas goose. You can order the knitting patterns for these. Interesting is the word I'll use. Vests. Black & Decker. Why make excuses for not making breakfast? Very 80s family. Black & Decker appliances. Coffee maker, blender, toaster, hand blender, and the iron. Advertising the auto shut-off feature. intensive care hand and nail formula. Are you conditioning the clean out of your hair? What does that even mean? And Newport cigarettes. Going after the lesbians who enjoy apple picking demographic. This is interesting. What to collect from the 80s. From present day junk comes future treasure. To know what to save, all it takes is little knowledge. Okay, I'm being real. I used to have this exact Wheel of Fortune game with the wheel was like this big, and it really spun. I don't think I have it anymore, though. I don't know. I have to go look for it, but yeah, I really had that, and I guess now I wish I had saved it. This is Banana Republic clothes. McDonald's advertising that they use national brands in their food. And at the time, their slogan was "Good time, great taste" at McDonald's. Dog treats. Swiss Colony catalog. Order this chocolate torta cake. An unappealing black and white ad for Gerber baby food. Marlboro Light menthols. Rave Moisture Lock Home Perm. I remember this packaging. It's so 80s looking. I love that font and the color combination. It's great. Hummel doll. Umbrella Girl. Oh, it's actually a doll. It's not just the figurine. Okay. I wonder how big it is. Let's see if I can find out. Oh, it says very small. She's 7.5 inches height, sitting down. Okay. Interesting. I've never seen one of those before. Tinkerbell makeup for kids. Pine Sol cleans everything. Carlton. U.S. government test method confirms of all King soft packs, Carlton is lowest tar. That's the thing that turned Superman evil in Superman 3, by the way, was the tar in the kryptonite, in the fake kryptonite. Anyway, another Pine Sol ad. Yes, just pour Pine Sol all over you outside of your house. Levi's jeans for kids. Hillshire Farm. Smoked sausage. Listerine. And here we have a beautiful pastel Lenox carousel horse. That's really pretty. It says this is 8 inches high, including the base. Germac Silver shampoo and conditioner. Help stop your hair from looking brassy. some knitting instructions for Irish sweaters. And these are the knitting instructions. Gosh, knitting instructions are really complicated. I have no idea how to knit. Tyco preschool super blocks. They're advertising how you get 100 of them as opposed to 72 of the Lego Duplos. And you get a $3 rebate. EPT pregnancy test 1 day late. And all I can think is, am I pregnant? Scarlett O'Hara Bradford exchange plate for her famous green dress. And a fundraising, instead of selling the candy bars, it's selling these little ceramic doodads. My husband's other lovers were men. The details of this story are true, except that all names have been changed. Here's an ad for Jet Dry. And if you had a dishwasher that didn't have a dispenser for the Jet Dry, they had this little basket that you put it in. Rid lice treatment. Unisom sleep aid. Doxylamine. Not sure what that is. I think it's an antihistamine. She likes to sleep above her covers. 4 feet above her covers. Summer's Eve feminine wash. Intimate cleansing mist. Weight Watchers. Desserts. Scripto pens and pencils. I used to like those the yellow plastic mechanical pencils. Bakers and Leeds shoes. Dr. Scholl's insoles. More cigarettes. Oh, but this one says it has the lowest tar. But I guess it has the lowest for menthols, so menthols have more tar. Whatever. Don't smoke, by the way. I'm not encouraging smoking. And we have all these various flavors of Mott's applesauce and fruit. Applesauce and peach, applesauce and pineapple, applesauce and strawberry. Microwave hounds. Mazola corn oil. No cholesterol. We're starting to get really big on cholesterol. Nationally advertised GVP. Designer bags, only $5. Yes, they're designer alright. This goes with that Baker's ad that was a few pages back. Free president's poster from Oreo. Yes, kids will love learning about the presidents. And we have some coupons. Wow, this 25-cent milk bone coupon has no expiration date. Score. Weight Watchers plain no fat yogurt. Nescafe pre-dried coffee. Milk bone again. Swanson canned chicken. There's Kotex Maxi. Easy ways to safeguard your family from deadly toxins. This is a very wordy ad for Tums, advertising it as a calcium supplement in addition to an acid. Pepsodent Professional Toothbrush. Correctol Laxative. The Woman's Gentle Laxative. Bausch & Lomb Contact Lens Solution. Avon Bio-Advance with Retinol Anti-Wrinkle Treatment. Got some makeup tips on how to do your eye makeup in the best 80s way, of course. Gotta have some blue eyeshadow in here, even though they're telling you not to overdo it, but it looks so 80s. That's a really pretty Afghan. I love these colors. They had a little contest of crocheting. Here's some of the designs people did. And here's an article about Angela Lansbury and Murder, She Wrote. Make this dried flower bouquet. There's a lot going on in there. Some fashion. These are patterns from McCall's you can make yourself. Gotta have plaid because it's the 80s. Oh. Well, I cracked the spine of my magazine. That's okay. And we have summer salads. They look delicious. Look at all these different potato salads. Bean salads. Cold meals. Cake. It's a basic cake, and then you can do all kinds of different things with it. Looks really good. Walnut cake with custard sauce and caramel. And here's your recipes. Land O'Lakes butter. Cheese whiz in the glass jar. Remember that? The mild Mexican flavor. There's some microwave recipes like a squash casserole, eggplant parmesan in the microwave, Reynolds plastic wrap, showing how it can stand up to all this foil wrapped food. It's a September calendar giving you a month full of menu ideas. Log cabin syrup. Palmolive automatic dishwashing liquid. Veg-all mixed vegetables. I think they're still around. International Correspondence Schools. Train at home for one of these 41 career opportunities. Gourmet chicken dishes. Sauce blends and marinades. cigarettes. Del Monte light fruit cocktail and extra light syrup. Advertising beans to lower your cholesterol. Tilex. Light and lively low-fat cottage cheese with a 20-cent coupon. Cottage cheese in a cantaloupe. Oh, that sounds awful. Lubriderm lotion. Slim Ray Corp. Yeah, they sound totally legit. South of the border sauces. How to make various salsas. Because salsa was getting popular at that time. Clausen pictures. Clausen pickles. They're showing pictures, so that's what I thought. Only in your grocer's refrigerated case. Because they're crispy. One spaghetti sauce in a can. Here's some little quick recipe cards. Handy snacks. Oh my gosh. I was eating so many of these at this time. Look at these free sunglasses. Free dinosaur sunglasses. That's really cool. Betty Crocker's potato medleys. Because they're like those boxed potatoes, like the scallop potatoes. Heavy duty Zud cleanser. Merit cigarettes. May we suggest some soul food? Because the Olympics in 1988 were in Seoul, South Korea. So it's an ad for payday. Bleeding gums are no laughing matter. No, they're not. Check up toothpaste. Go to the dentist. Ivory dishwashing liquid. Slim You Fast. Yeah, I totally trust this stuff. This is an ad for various catalogs like Neiman Marcus and Laura Ashley, San Francisco Music Box Company. Oh wow, here's a lot more catalogs too. Sexy shoes. Schnurrs. And more catalogs. The International Catalog Collection. The Zebra Historical Romances. It's a very simple Hershey's Kisses ad. I remember the Florence Henderson commercials for Wesson cooking oil. Article on kidney stones and gallstones. More Slim cigarettes, Capri. Kodak telling you to go get a family portrait taken. Telling you how to tie an ascot. This goes with that whole article from earlier about the scarves. Sears tires. R.I.P. Sears. KB Toys. There's an Atari system that's really cool. And also KB Toys, these Fisher-Price kitchen toys. 1989 Wilton Yearbook of Cake Decorating. And more KB Toys, Pictionary, and G.I. Joe. Oh wow. More weight loss, Overeaters Inc. Dietol 7. Pencils, Mark Twain. And for savings bonds, California avocados. What a cute ad. There to tell you how to prepare an avocado. Wow. Antique collar designs. Steak. I'm going to use steak humps for tacos. Raid. A suggestive ad for a roach killer. Another multi-page ad for catalogs. Catalogs were very popular for shopping before the internet. For Trident cinnamon gum. And on the back, an ad for Cascade dishwasher. Is it for the dishwasher? Yeah. Well, there were a lot of fun ads in this issue of Woman's Day. If you enjoyed this video, if you could please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Hello and welcome to Dreaming of the Past. Today we are going to flip through this issue of Family Circle magazine from April 26, 1988. And it's full of great 1980s ads, and it's promising that I can look 10 years younger now. So I expect results. Let's get started. Armstrong vinyl flooring. This design over here is called Solarian Supreme, and it's the pattern North Court. No salt, salt substitute, table of contents, and Sea Breeze moisturizing lotion. Over here we have little ads for Caltrate calcium supplement and FiberCon fiber laxative. And here's Ladies Feet Stick by Menon. Protects you like a man, treats you like a woman. Whatever it is she's doing out on this dock. And we have Ever Ready super heavy duty batteries. Back when not every child's toy required batteries, but a lot did. And here we have a Soma mattress. The new way to sleep, the better way to sleep. It seems like it's filled with air chambers, sort of like an early sleep number bed. Chicken in a flash. There will be recipes later on. Whirlpool, quiet dishwashers. This great 80s kitchen. Telephone stuck to the wall. Clarion makeup. Here's a 10-day road trip guide in California, starting in San Diego. And here's some more Clarion makeup. Oh, these were the ones at the drugstore. Remember, it had this little computer, you know, a computer that would tell you which color group that you should buy. And we're still driving through California, stopping at SeaWorld. Here we have Mannington Never Wax Floors. two more page ads for Mannington No Wax Floors. And another ad for it. They spend a lot of money, and we're still traveling through California over here. We're going to Disneyland, and then going to LA. Here's an ad for HeartGuard, heartworm medicine for dogs, back when it was new. It's a financial advice column, and Hershey's Score toffee bar. Do they still make this? I don't think they do, but maybe I'm wrong. Feel like you just stepped out of a salon, or just stuck your finger in an electrical socket. Salon Selectives by Helene Curtis. You remember that? I feel like I probably used some of these at some point, but I couldn't tell you which letters and number combinations I used. And here's some more styling products. Car safety features. Virginia Slim Ultralights. She's wearing a very Annie Hall outfit. 3 little ads for Alpo dog treats. Chevrolet. Kind of a strange ad for Chevrolet. They're advertising the 6-year, 60,000 mile powertrain warranty. And look at this. It's an ad for the Today's Sponge. Look, it really existed. And they even had a phone number for you to call for advice. This is great. It's probably most famously remembered today for the Seinfeld episode where Elaine found out they didn't make it anymore, so she found a case of sponges and she had to evaluate every man to see if he was sponge worthy. And Post Natural Bran Flakes. And I am blanking on his name because he was a little before my time. Very famous actor. I can't think of his name right now. Willard Scott. And a bunch of different cheeseburger recipes from the Beef Council. These burgers made in a tortilla. Meatball Heroes. Scandinavian burgers au pois, mozzarella and blue cheese. Bacon cheeseburgers on English muffins. Looks tasty. And here you can buy a burger patty form. Got some exercises to do to get a bathing suit ready. An ad for JCPenney Worthington Clothes, one of their house brands. What on earth are they selling in this ad? Cody, and they're selling this powder. And here we have some card games. Parker Brothers, Scan, and Rook. I don't remember either of these. And then there's a very vague ad just saying that you can make money making something, but we're not going to tell you what it is unless you send us a check for $12.95. And apparently we are still driving through California. Many pages later, day 7, we're in Santa Barbara area. Here's a Pepsodent toothbrush. Pepsodent makes toothpaste too, or at least they did. We have 4 different cracker ads. While we are still taking a trip through California, we've finally made it to San Francisco. But here we have low salt wheat thins, low salt saltines, low salt Ritz, and low salt better cheddars. Here's a little quiz you can take to see how good your memory is. And here's one of those steam carpet cleaners that you rent at the grocery store. Over here we have an ad for Johnson & Johnson's KY Jelly. And this is what it used to look like, and it was very medical looking. They really changed how the marketing of this is in later years, didn't they? Here's another ad from that Regina company for an electric sweeper. Only child, lonely child. Is there anything wrong with having just one child? This article asks. And here's ad for Hellman's, a recipe for egg salad. A very pretty ad. Bring out the lemons and bring out the best jingles. And here's a cute little Mickey phone. Isn't that adorable? This backpack is the handset. And here's a clothes shaver. A giant clothes shaver. Look at that. That's enormous. I think she's shaving the arm of a couch with it. Gosh. And I think this is probably the most 80s sofa I've ever seen. Look at it. It just goes on for miles. Hello down there. And you can get one with the sofa bed in it too. Wow. Very cool. $1,700. Very expensive. 5-piece modular with 2 reclining ends and a full-size sleeper. KitchenAid stand mixer. I have one of those. Candle making. Is that the name for this technique? Country store dolls. So here we have the little Dutch boy, the Morton Salt girl. Isn't she cute? Fisk tire toddler. There's a couple more on the shelf I don't recognize. Great gardening gadgets. So that's a timer for your sprinkler. Quick, get the dust buster. These misses that are about to happen. Here's all the various dust busters that they make. Got the original small one. We used to have one like this. And here's a slightly larger one. And then an even bigger one. It's in the car. Litter box. His and her sweaters. So 80s. Wow. These cables are huge. And this is the knitting instructions for those sweaters. We have Cadbury chocolates. There's an article on how to get great legs. And Dr. Scholl's air pillow insoles. Leg exercises. An ad for no-nonsense light support pantyhose. Wash your hands in liquid silk. Soft soap. Germax Silver shampoo and conditioner to keep your gray hair nice and bright and not dull and yellow. Bausch & Lomb Murine contact lens care. Here's an ad for Sylvan Learning Centers. Had them back then. And this was a medicine from Pfizer called Equilactin. It was calcium polycarbophyl, and that you could use it for either diarrhea or constipation. That's interesting. I've never heard of this. I wonder if you can still get this chemical. Ad for Unisom. She sleeps above her covers. 4 feet above her covers. What 80s movie is that from? Lee Bailey's Old Time Desserts. That looks delicious. We have Uncle Ben's Instant Rice. Now just called Ben's Original, I think. And here's those recipes for the desserts from the previous page. 20-cent coupon for fudge-covered Oreos. Expired June 30th, 1988. Looks yummy. Freedent gum. Some nice Helvetica font, which you weren't seeing as much by 88. And Hershey's Golden Collection. Oh, wow, look at these Depends. Gosh, can you believe that this is what Depends used to look like? They've really come a long way. This is the actress June Allison. Yes, they have really improved these over the decades. And here's a very informative article about drug interactions of various common medicines. It's good to know. And supplements. And here we have some, wow, curtains. Very, very 80s curtains. See, when people want to know what the 80s really looked like, This picture is a very good example. Got the wallpaper and the curtains that are just a little too much together. And the overstuffed sofa. There's more for your life at Sears. Everybody have a jingle. Mopar, Chrysler Motors Genuine Parts. Another uncomfortable Cody ad, this time for a lipstick. It's the picture they chose. Mop and Glow, Princess Cruises. Daniel Green shoes. Just to be real, these were grandma shoes at the time. You know, very simple Hershey's Kisses ad. True Value hardware stores. Willard Scott, again, selling us cheeseburgers and lawnmowers. You can get all your outdoor needs at the True Value hardware. Jet Dry, rinse aid for automatic dishwashers. It's back when if your dishwasher didn't have a port for it, they made this little basket that you could put it in. Wildflowers. Some gardening advice. Subscribe to Family Circle. 1 year, 17 issues for $16. And here's Lady Bird Johnson, wife of President Lyndon Johnson. And we have some 80s fashion. Look at that. That's certainly something. Oh, I like that. This, the back of this jacket. Very pretty. She's really, it's hard to find the model in the midst of all of this fabric and hat and pearls. And this is just a little too much mauve. We need to mix another color in here. And here we have evening wear. 80s finest evening wear. I like these though. These are nice. Just love that. All the ruching. And here we have Martha Stewart. There she is. Doesn't even look like her. This is before Martha had her own magazine. Now these are nice, these Roman shades. I like these. Still that very busy wallpaper. But this looks really nice. I love the color of these cabinets and bookcases. And you've got this pretty fabric for the Roman shade. I like that. And here's one in the kitchen. This one, not so much. Still, the style of these just doesn't really work. This one looks nice. That's these color combinations. Gosh, there's just so much going on in this picture. I mean, look, we got the green baseboard, green window frame, green chair rail, multicolored flowers on the wallpaper, the rug that looks very similar to the wallpaper, and then we've got this fabric on the wicker furniture, and then this yellow and purple shade. Like, let's just take one of these things away. And even more. I just don't even know what to say about this. This is a mess. Because unfortunately, the curtains are what's ruining the rest of this. Oh, the rest of this looks lovely, but then this is not good. Oh, here finally is telling me how to look 10 years younger. Apparently, I do this with makeup. They're telling me to blot my makeup so that there's not too much of it. That is good advice. Oh, and then here we have here's the don't do up here, where she is just really slathered it on. And this is much nicer. And yes, she does look younger. Telling us what colors we should go based on our complexion. Campbell's soup. So waffles with cream of chicken soup and broccoli. That's interesting. And then cream of celery soup and hash browns. Okay. Spray on highlights. Legs. Sheer energy legs. She's got legs. Lonnie Anderson. Sheer energy legs. And how to dress younger. I like that skirt. Clear all loving care. Gray hair or loving care? And here's an article about a woman who stays at home with her kids, but also provides daycare for other kids as a business. Here's a very serious looking first response pregnancy test ad. Service merchandise. I used to like service merchandise. Look at these pretty rings. I like that. Merit cigarettes. Levi's jeans. Very 80's outfits. And Kotex overnights. It's a very large maxi pad. And this is an ad for an ovulation test kit. Here's a Colgate mouthwash. Red-X septic tank cleaner. Window blinds by Bally Blinds. From Mary Ellen's Kitchen. Pasta frittata. Looks good. Use leftover macaroni or spaghetti. Make a little casserole out of it. It's a good deal. A good idea. Land O'Lakes Country Morning Blend. Some more home tips. Aunt Jemima waffles. It's another brand we don't have anymore. I don't think. What did they start calling it? Pearl Milling Company? Is that it? Something like that, I think. I don't know. It's not a brand I buy. AIM toothpaste. This was the brand of toothpaste that we used to use at this time, I remember. Duncan Hines desserts. Looks delicious. Dentine gum. Swanson canned turkey. And here's some of those chicken flash recipes. Progresso breadcrumbs. A Bissell carpet machine. Right at Kmart. King Oscar sardines. Broccoli Oscar. Don't think I'll be trying that one. And this is a little sweepstakes to win a cruise, and they give you this mystery to solve, and then you're supposed to figure out who did it. Oh, Bill Cosby's picture pages. Picture pages, picture pages. Open up your picture pages. Come and watch Bill Cosby do a picture page with you. Yeah, I used to love picture pages. I always wanted them, but my mom wouldn't order them for me. I would have just been disappointed that the Ichabod marker didn't make any noise when you used it. Alpha Bakery Children's Cookbook, free from gold medal flour. Cross-stitch sampler. Velveeta potato recipes. Mentos Keebler pie crust. Here's a little recipe for a cheesecake with cream cheese and sour cream. Super Seal food containers. Libby canned meats. Now most of these are still around. The corned beef hash and the corned beef and the Vienna sausage. Cheese whiz in the glass jar. I remember this. Very hot. Make sure you use a pot holder. A1 poultry sauce. I don't remember them making this. I assume they don't make it anymore. Decorating and Remodeling magazine. Pitted dates. Fleischmann's yeast. Make a date cinnamon loaf. Sounds good. Green Thumb Gardening. Relieve stress with Dr. Art Ewley. I wonder what the secret of this was. Designing a vegetable garden. California avocado ad. Isn't that cute? Avocados playing tennis. Come visit Rhode Island. Best water purification system. Badge maker. All these weird little classified ads that would be in the back of magazines back then. Instant doggy doors. International correspondence schools. Entertainment. Oh. One video, No Way Out, Kevin Costner. It's a really good movie. Living Daylights. Not as good a movie. James Bond with Timothy Dalton. The Fox and the Hound. Re-release. Dr. Scholl's. Porn pads. Extra strength Tylenol. Philadelphia cream cheese. Step by step how to make spaghetti sauce. This is very nice. If only if you happen to have a food mill. And here's what's going to be in the next issue. Backyard Gazebo, desserts, interview with Danielle Steele, Carlton cigarettes, and more window coverings. Duet by Hunter Douglas. Blinds. They have cellular shades, I guess. Nice. And that's the end of this issue of Family Circle from April 26, 1988. There were a lot of really fun ads in this one. If you enjoyed this, if you could please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
Oh, look at this beautiful car. Yes. The future belongs to the efficient. The new Ford Grenada. What cool looking books. I love that hat. Chevy citation. Hello and welcome to Dreaming of the Past. Today we are going to flip through this issue of Time magazine from August 3rd, 1981. And the cover story is about the wedding of Prince Charles and Princess picture of Charles playing polo. And here's another picture of him at polo match with Diana on the right. Here's another beautiful picture of Diana. I love that hat. She's gorgeous. She has such a great sense of style. And here she is again in this lovely green suit. Look at all these Welsh cards. And here we have Prince Charles in his convertible. I believe that's an Aston Martin. And another picture of Charles and Diana. And here's a picture of the royal yacht Britannia. It had a crew of 276 people. Wow. And just like that chemical industry ad that we saw earlier, here is an ad from coal industry trying to tell you that, like, yes, coal is bad, but it's also good. And here is an ad for a Triumph convertible. So many great cars in this issue. We had a Turbo C, a Fiat Spider, a Triumph. And here's a full-page ad for Eastern Airlines, which I believe got absorbed into Delta. $179 each way in coach when you buy a round trip. And here's an ad about supporting United States diving and U.S. swimming. The Olympics had been the year prior in 1980. And here's a nice subscription card for Time for 14 issues for $9.67. That seems kind of expensive. But look at this great cover with the space shuttle on it. Oh, it's a great cover. I'd like to find one of those and do that for the channel. Article of Poland. U.S., Chinese, and Taiwan relations. Bell telephone ad. Germany now only $3.15. $3.15 for a 3-minute call to Germany. That's so expensive. And then here's the sample of the other countries and the other rates. Ireland is only $2.40 for 3 minutes. That's the UK. customers were around the corner. Today they are around the world. And an ad for Iberia Airlines, International Airlines of Spain. With Iberia, tourist class services first class, and first class is pure luxury. And more cigarettes. This time it's Merit Ultralights. Business articles about Chrysler, cola wars in Thailand, Coke versus Pepsi, and using icebergs to fight global warming, I think. Shrimp farming. Some color pictures of Hobie cats. It's a really great picture. I love the colors of those sails. And look at these cool surfboards. Wow, look at this one. What a beautiful scene with parrots. Mountains. The new Ford Grenada. Wow. What a luxurious looking car for 1981. It's finished off with a high regard for the decencies of life. And it gets 34 miles to the gallon highway, 23 city. More cigarettes. Literally, more cigarettes. Article about saving the whales. Aswan High Dam in Egypt. It was very controversial. And here's a great ad for the Chevy Citation. What an ugly car. It really was. The Star newspaper shutting down. There's an ad for the Christian Children's Fund with Sally Struthers and Mike Schmidt. Mothers Against Drunk Driving. This is an interesting article about a place in Florida that is a paleontological gold mine. It's called Love Bone Bed. They found all kinds of fossils. Here's a short-legged rhinoceros, teleoceros. Very cool. And the movie reviews. Victory. Tarzan the Ape Man with Bo Derek. Arthur. I love that movie with Dudley Moore. Wolfen. Stevie. And these sort of marriages and deaths. And here we have Gene Autry got married. disposable retirement income, not disposable retirees. And this is an article about the introduction of what we now call urgent care centers for medical problems. And they were a new idea at the time. And then an article telling women not to drink while pregnant. And then this last article is about plus size actors and actresses and what it's like for them being typecast like that. And then on the inside back cover, we have an ad for Monroe Shocks. That seems like an odd thing to advertise on the back of Time magazine. And on the back we have, of course, a cigarette ad. Well, that's the end of this issue of Time magazine. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, if you could please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello and welcome to Dreaming of the Past. Today we're going to look at this beautiful weddings issue of Victoria magazine from June 1989. Isn't this cover just lovely? And it matches my nails. So let's get started. The first ad is for Revlon Anti-Aging Permagel. Armstrong vinyl flooring for your very 80s kitchen. Wamsutta floral sheets. The man's diamond. When a woman loves a man. So, buy your man ring. It's very angular, geometric, manly. And we have Sybil Shepherd in this ad for L'Oreal Preference Hair Color. Minton China, the world's most beautiful china, as they themselves say. Clareberg Wisteria Potpourri. Give her a Palace Garden, Laura Ashley, Yves Saint Laurent perfume. Wonder where the Lux stores were. I'm not familiar with them. Dear friends, Chanteuse, sensual but not too far from innocence. Okay. Louveteur lotion, Dracar Noir by Guy Laroche, Paris. It's a very cool ad. I like it. And Gloria Vanderbilt, celebrating the splendor of you. An invitation to win $50,000. Open to release the splendor of Vanderbilt. Oh, it's a perfume. Senstrip. Oh, pretty bottle. The Swan. I'm gonna sniff it. I don't like to open these if they're unopened, but this one's open, so I'm gonna sniff it. Oh, oh no, 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 no. Do not accept the invitation. Unable to attend. It's very, like a very, very strong floral soap smell. No, not good. And another L'Oreal hair color, a Vantage Creme Fluide. Anderson windows and doors. Doors with windows. Landmark Home, San Diego. It's the Hotel del Coronado and the Baby Dell. This is the most 80s living room I've ever seen. This one wins. Oh my gosh, look at that print on that couch. It's just a little too much. I think that's the good way to describe the 80s, and this does that perfectly. Like, even that is upholstered. Too many patterns. Emerald, play for keeps. Lands. I assume it's the same as Lands of Salzburg. It makes the nightgowns. It's cute. It's very blossom. Oh, there's rabbits hiding down here. Goro, China. Hummel figurines. This one's cute. Oh, what beautiful pillow. Handmade needlepoint. Oh, you can buy the finished pillow for $320 or the kit and do it yourself for $125. Cynthia Gibson's Pretty Rooms. Again. Yeah, see what I mean? It's just a little too much. Like, does the wallpaper have to match the curtains and the bedspread all together? The yellow page. No, that just looks like a mess. Yeah, I guess they're grapes. Or are they just more like ferns? I don't know, whatever. It doesn't look good. What a lovely vase. Looks expensive enough to be a vase. Chloe perfume. Lord Taylor. First Father's Day gifts. I guess leather books and picture frames. Just what every first time dad needs. Pocket watch and shaving implements. Accessories. Wesley Allen brass beds. Yes, this is definitely when these kinds of beds were very popular, like the Levins of Virginia. This one's really interesting. The white iron and the brass accents. It's pretty. Another fragrance. Gosh, what is this? This is like the sixth or seventh perfume we've seen so far. Oh. And here's a spread on them. And we're finally getting into the wedding features. Look at this pretty lace. This is a great view to show how detailed this lace is. What a pretty Victorian look. Now this is a true, like, late Victorian or Edwardian look. So pretty. But here we're featuring the makeup by Givenchy. And now it's a Lancome's makeup featured here. Clarins gel multi-tonsure bust firming gel. Okay, you can buy it at Deluxe. Wasn't that the name of the department store earlier? And now here's Clarins at Bloomingdale. Oh, look how pretty. Oh, look at this gorgeous yellow cake with these flowers. Oh, and that delicate piping. Oh, that is so gorgeous. Love that. Crabtree and Evelyn Damask Rose bath gel. And here we have a beautiful wedding dress with lace and buttons down the back. Call back to the cover. These beautiful flowers. This lovely lavender colored wisteria framing this window. Where are we here? Oh, I think this is at Longwood Gardens. Yeah, this is at Longwood Gardens in Pennsylvania. Oh, just gorgeous. Look at that. The azaleas. Yes, this is from the cover. Oh, it's beautiful. Felt like 2 pages stuck together, but I guess it's not. Niagara on the Lake. Very different color scheme to the previous page, isn't it? Cool to warm. And here we are in Niagara on the Lake. What a beautiful course, we are stepping back in time to 1989. Some of the local residents. Oh, look at these beautiful flowers. What are they? It doesn't say. I wonder what those are. So pretty. George Bernard Shaw apparently really liked this town, so they have a theater festival here in his honor. I love the costumes. Look at that beautiful dress. That hat, so cute. Some dried roses. And if you would like to dry roses like this, bouquet like this, the best way is to hang it upside down and just let it air dry. A beautiful baby grand piano, flowers in front of this gorgeous mirror. And here we have an article about the famous Priscilla of Boston, famous wedding dress designer. Look at this one. Wow, look at all that beading. Oh my gosh. Hat with a veil. These, look at this interesting puffy sleeves. Oh, that's really pretty. The long sleeves. That's really pretty. I like that. This one too. Is it the same dress? I think it's the same dress actually, isn't it? Those sleeves look the same. Yeah, this is what the back of it looks like. And the flower girl dresses. Adorable. Wedding memories. Look at all these cake toppers from different eras. All little Cupid dolls. Isn't that precious? That looks like it's from the 60s. So cute. A great grandmother's legacy. A family of antique dealers. This looks like a lovely breakfast. A beautiful bed. This beautiful lace canopy. Love that lamp. Tiffany style. Family album and anniversary day. It's Grandma's anniversary. Let's give her some lovely flowers. And apparently we're not allowed to see where this event is taking place because they cut out the background. Oh, I love that. That's a gorgeous dress. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. I could do without the hat though, but the dress, love it. Now this hat I like better. This is a simpler dress. You can have a fancier hat. This style of dress was very popular at that time. This sort of, I don't know how you describe it really, but with these big lace collars. Designer Anne-Marie Hunter, Chasing the Seasons. These are interesting chairs. Backs don't look particularly comfortable. Add your own padding. And a very different brass bed. More traditional, simple brass bed. Bunnies are doing Pilates on this bed in this yellow bedroom. And here we are outside on the deck. Look at this adorable little shed. Oh my gosh, I love that. Oh man, I would love to have something like that. It's pink, precious. Midday in bluegrass country, Lexington, Kentucky. Some delicious tea, some scones, and country ham, tarts, bunt cake. I guess it's mint. These are mint juleps. Recipes. Yeah, that was the lemon mint yogurt cake with frosted mint leaves. Wedgwood. Classic blue and white. I think those are so pretty. colors and different flavors. It's to reach you. Purple is definitely a theme of this issue. Little violets and little pots. So many different kinds. We're embroidering violets, and we have violets on the dinnerware, violets on the cake, heart-shaped cake. What a beautiful flower arrangement. I love that. Violets on the upholstery. What is this? None of these refer to what? Or is it a close-up of the... Oh, it's a close-up of the chair. Oh, looks weird up close. More violets. Interesting hats. Chris Ann's fresh cut preserved blossoms. Now there's a dove that smells like this. Like paper. Introducing unscented dove. Classified ads in the back. Country curtains. Victorian Gothic birdhouse. Lingerie chest from the Bombay Company. It's pretty. Mother's work, maternity fashions. Victorian looking bathroom. Brass beds. Here's the card for ordering information. I don't know where the list is. Said it was on page 112. Oh, it's these. So, back to this list. This is where you I see now. Send money if required, plus $1 service charge. Victorian metal furniture. E. Buckley Moss prints. Home plans. These are all so much better looking than whatever it is that they're building nowadays. Or these ruffled originals. Oh, wow. These curtains are aggressively ruffled. Look at that. Inside here and up here. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's a lot of ruffles. The class of 1989 at the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor. And Stover's frozen pasta premium.